Hi, I'm really excited to be here again with you today, and for this video it is a discussion that I had with some friends of mine on a recent trip. One is a Canadian, one is an Aussie, and then of course I'm from the US. So we were having lunch and I said, hey, what is the most exotic place that you've been? And they thought about it for a moment and this was the result. I hope you like it.
Kingdom of Bhutan.
And who was it that was talking about the Bhutan kingdom?
So this was Sandra that Fraser worked with.
Okay.
Fraser worked with Sandra, and it was Sandra's older brother.
And you met up with him
at Sandra's house
in Australia?
In Australia. And he had literally just come back from a trip to Bhutan. And I remember him saying, if you ever get a chance to go to Bhutan, you have to go. And I'm thinking, well, I don't know any royalties, so the chances of me ever going to Bhutan is like 0 and none. But he talked about the Himalayas, unspoiled, just this pristine, beautiful country. So fast forward 30 years almost, and Barb, I'm in there having my knee looked at, and my physio says, fancy going to Bhutan? And I said,
sure.
When are you thinking? She said, oh, in about a week's time. I said, oh, well, if you can organise it, sure, we'll go. And I remember thinking, this is like a dream come true. I'm finally getting to this place that I never thought I would get to. And I tell you what, it was everything that the brother had talked about. It was amazing.
How did you get there? Fly in?
Flew in. We went to Bangkok, and then we flew in this tiny little airline, flying into Paro. But as you're flying in between these very steep mountains, and you think, where is the landing strip? And suddenly there's this tiny little thing that's about, looks like 2 square inches. And you land and you think, well, that's exciting. And it's just, you're surrounded by these Himalayan mountains, and you're, for the most part, up above 3,000 meters. It's just stunning.
Nice people?
Beautiful. They call it the land of smiles.
Yes.
For a good reason. It was fabulous.
And when you arrive there, the immigration guy says, welcome to Bhutan. Nobody says, what are you here for?
Yeah.
Who do you know? Where are you staying? Yeah, how much money you got? But it's the only country in the world where cigarettes are illegal. Smoking is illegal.
Is it?
That's nice. So when's the
last? It's an interesting country because it's a constitutional monarchy.
Yeah.
So the king had been in power forever, and then the population decided, because the king said, no, I think it's time to become a constitution.
Right. He did.
And he put it to the people, and the people said, no, we want the king. And he said, no, it's time to move forward into the 21st century. So it's become a harmonious constitutional monarchy.
So when was the last time you were there, Maureen?
I was there about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
No, I was there. I think you went after me. So.
Did either of you get to go to the palace?
No. But you know what? The governor of the northern provinces, which covers the Yak people, was educated in college in Canada.
Wow.
So when he heard that we were there, and he came for dinner. Nice. And I had a wonderful evening with him, chatting. Everybody else, there were only 7 of us in our group, but the rest of them all went off for dinner, and we sat and talked about Tim Hortons coffee and donuts. And
those, yes, everybody talks about that when you speak with Canadians. That's fascinating.
So that was actually a very special location.
There wasn't one day there, not one day. You'd say, oh well, gee, another temple, you know, and you'd say, but then something magical would happen every day. Something wonderful happened.
That's wonderful. I'll have to go.
You will.